They're working hard to pretend they don't care, to look like they don't care, to look like you didn't devastate them or teach them a devastating lesson. You were their rock. Suddenly you're their lesson. You know who it is if it's for you. They wish they could feel betrayed, but they can't, because they know you didn't betray them. Now they're hiding a lot. Going to great lengths to put on a false front. Second reading in a row like that. Putting on a big show for people. They're really into appearances. They could even be into this. I hate this phrase, but looks maxing. Anything maxing. It's like, I know we got to give everything a cute little catchphrase. It is easy in a way. It's more of a shorthand so people know what you're talking about, but at the same time, it creates labels and definitions, and that can be dangerous. Anyway, time for healing. It goes back to looks maxing. If you need to know what that is, you can look it up. If not their looks, if not something like that, they're just into something that's not healthy. Something they're not proud of. Well, actually they are. I shouldn't say that. Like security. Something that has cost them security. That's why they're not proud of it. By that, I mean something that maybe has cost them a lot of money. A habit. Online games. Something like that. Something that they sort of have this big secret addiction to, but they don't really see it as a problem yet. They see the money attached to it as the problem, but they don't see anything else. Wow, that says a lot, especially like let's say it's like looks maxing, which just means people playing up their looks, you know. For some reason I hear a lot of it more with men. Someone who just sees it as a problem that they can't afford more, I don't know, skincare, plastic surgery. If not plastic surgery, just like filler injections, med spa stuff, you know, clothes, style, whatever. I don't even know what would go into that. I really don't. But someone who sees it as a problem that they just don't have more money for it, which can be more of a problem. That's really more indicative of there being a bigger problem. You know? Because some people are going to see something as a problem, like let's say smoking, cigarettes. A lot of people have switched from smoking because of, at least in the United States, high taxes on it. Like, I don't know how people can afford to smoke. I know people do it, but it seems like to me a lot of people have switched to something else. The point is, sometimes a certain habit, if it becomes expensive enough, people will change, but it's like this person's getting some benefit out of it. Secrets. Okay, that came out as I talk about the benefit, and you know what went through my mind is someone who, they're doing something. Look, I'm not trying to accuse anyone. I'm just saying it's this vibe. Double life. Like, please don't go accusing anybody. Don't go accusing, but just the signs may be there, and it's really nobody's business how somebody makes money, honestly. That's why I kind of hate to say this, but certain fan-based subscription sites, if not fan-based, you know, people pay per pic, per video, stuff like that. You know, those things take work. People think that there's no work behind that. That's a hard job. That's a hard job. People who are really making money doing that, you have to really enjoy it. I hope they're enjoying it. Because, wow, this person might be enjoying, like, I'm not trying to say it's something like that, but it could be something. Like, look, these days, I feel like a lot of people are living some kind of double life online, just because that's just how it is, you know. Because why shouldn't you really? Why shouldn't you be able to put something online that isn't connected to you? This person is, like I said, I'm getting some kind of, it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, but celebration incoming. Okay, wondering if they're going to see you, because this goes back, like if I go back to the beginning here, you were their rock. Something changed. Something changed. And you might have gotten really close to finding out what it was, like the thing that they're hiding, because they're hiding more than the fact that they're pretending not to care. I mean, yeah, they care that you have been silent. They're trying to act like they don't care. But there's some shame here, some wondering if you learned something, if you're onto their secret, wondering why you try to make their life hard. They feel like there's something that you did or could do to make their life hard that's unnecessary. Like, why did you do that? Why would you do that? Or they feel like you learning about their secret would make their life hard, like it's just not necessary, and they feel like you might have taken it personally. Like, whatever happened here, they feel like there was a rift, okay? They feel like there was a rift, like you went from being their rock to not being their rock, to being a lesson for them, because they wouldn't divulge information, wouldn't answer your questions, wouldn't let you into a part of their life. Like, you look, I'm just a messenger here, but like someone who's upset that they got asked how much money they make or what they do for work, or they felt judged or ridiculed, or just something like, you know, this is my private life. If I tell you, you might tell people, and it's going to make my life hard, type of thing. But no, this person, they feel like you got too close, or that you learned something they didn't want you to learn. They're tired of pretending, though, but they don't really feel like it's pretend. They wish it didn't have to be pretend. They just wish that you weren't so nosy. I'm just a messenger. Maybe that's not for everybody. I know it's not for everybody. Celebration incoming. Some dread about an upcoming party or celebration or annual event, gathering, something that they feel like they can't get out of, that maybe you'll be there. Family event, something, if not annual, just once in a lifetime type of event, family event. They're not looking forward to seeing you because they're afraid of what you're going to say. What else do you need to know about this? New life. Another one from here. Alone but not lonely. Okay, I just got that this is someone who would trample all over your life if they were still in it. That things had to go this way. That you were protected from a lot. This person took a lot more than they gave, and there's something that you wouldn't have been able to focus on with them in your life. Look, sometimes those little changes, those people who take 3 or 4 hours a week, you know, people don't realize how much texting and talking on the phone and stuff adds up. They don't realize. And this person, you know, think about what you could do with 3 or 4 hours a week or more. Yeah, I'm just getting this person wasn't right. Like there was just something here that needed to be broken apart. Last card. You have no fear. That's about going forward boldly into your new life, something you've been working on. It's like all these things just keep coming along to try to distract you. Keep going. Keep going. The finish line is up there. You're getting close. I know it feels like a never-ending race, doesn't it? But it's like just sort of a series of races. Like you finish one and then you start the next one. But I'm just getting the finish line is close. You'll be able to take a break. Have more fear that you didn't start as opposed to the fear of rejection, okay? Because this goes back to some fear of rejection here is what I'm getting. Some differences, some creative differences. Also fear of rejection from the other person, wondering what you... Look, there's a lot going on here, a lot going on. But I also just got that some of you might be the one who has the secret double life, whatever. It is your... free will to do that. Don't let anybody shame you out of that. There's something connected to, look, I don't know what's going on. It's just a big complicated situation here, and I feel like I'm not supposed to say much more, except don't let this inhibit your future creative endeavors. Follow your passion, follow your dreams. This would have blocked you. You have no fear. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.